Welcome, guys, to another episode of
FitTechs.
Woo!
On this episode, we're going to change it up a little bit, and we're going to talk about what is the most important part of your lift. Max, what do you think is the most important part?
I don't know.
See that bus?
A lot of people, they want to be fit. They want to get healthy. And so the first thing they do is get a membership to the gym and go straight into it and start lifting. The problem with that is, one, they never lifted before, so they could hurt themselves by not doing the right form and that kind of stuff.
Or forgot it's been so long.
Yeah, that too. Now, what do you do if you're in that situation? Brand new to the gym.
Well, the number one thing that you mentioned right there is the reason why most people do not stick to the gym is injury. Is they work out too hard that first week and they can't work out for 2 weeks because they're so tight. Or as they go in the first two months is the actual percentage. And I actually forget the actual percentage. But the number one thing that people lose their memberships on is injury. Guys get too strong, try too much weight, pull a pectoral muscle, tear a bicep. Then they can't work out for 2 or 3 months. They've changed their life and they're not going back. So injury is the biggest thing. It really is true.
That's brutal.
And how do you prevent that? Well, it's not so much the weight. It's the form and technique. You got to build a base, like any house. I can't just go in there and start building a house and putting up walls and drywall one side and tile and put in plumbing afterwards. It's not going to happen that way. You have to build a solid foundation. And when you have that foundation, everything from there up is going to grow solid. For example, let's talk about a squat. My legs and my hips are my foundation. As I go lower, my body compresses and I have to have my chest out and drop lower in a strong base. If I lean forward or lean back, what happens? I crash. And in that process, I'm going to break something. Having someone go to the gym, and if it's been a long time, just as a refresher, just to show you how to use the equipment, just to kind of have fun out there, it'll help prevent the injury. But always keep in mind, no matter what you do, whether it's 5 pounds or 105 pounds, your form and posture are the two most important things on every single rep.
If someone's trying to save money, right? Why wouldn't someone go online and find how to do the perfect squat, read the article, look at the pictures, and just do their form that way as opposed to, I don't know, getting a trainer?
I think the best way, if anyone has done any house repair work, male or female, if you fix anything, the first time you fix it is usually not the best job. You get better and better with each thing, and you learn. So you may save money doing certain things on your own. Example, getting a plumber. I go under the kitchen sink. I undo everything. I find the clog. I do all this stuff. Well, now I got to buy the new materials. I bought the wrong materials. I got to buy the glue. I got to buy all these things. And now I have a surplus of things. I've spent just as much, if not more, than I would on the plumber just to get it done with. Although I did learn something. But it was a much longer, harder process. Vice versa is hiring a trainer and saying, hey, this is how you do it perfectly. So one, I see it the same way I would online. But then I have someone there to tell me I'm doing it wrong or right. Chin up, chest out, tuck a tail in. I mean, whatever it may be, feet in, feet out. That app or that website won't tell me these things. And I'm looking in the mirror, but I'll be honest, and I think a lot of people are, we think highly of ourselves and we're doing things right. Although a trainer would say, hey dude, put your butt out farther, chin up higher, do that. I'm like, I feel a huge difference. Every person I train, because form is so important, when you have proper form, you become stronger and you can tell a difference. I'm a trainer. I still hire trainers when I'm pushing myself on new levels to do it right and to perfect myself to prevent injury. I don't get a trainer to do my 2-mile run on my warm-up, but if I'm doing the martial arts or I'm doing a 1-rep max, one, he'll spot me, he or she will spot me, and 2, my technique should be flawless. If not, that's why they're there.
Quick question before we wrap this up. We have the people in these are in every gym. You have the 1 or 2 guys that are out there lifting incredible amounts of weight, and their form isn't always perfect. Mm-hmm. And you want to get there as quick as possible, right? And you could take the 100-pound dumbbell and lift it up and get your bicep in. If you can swing up that 100-pound dumbbell mm-hmm. and you could swing it up a couple of times, are you gaining muscle mass, or is it better to do perfect form, less amount of weight, How are you going to get there quicker?
Getting there quicker is basically time under tension. Now, there's the old theory, and it's still not really a theory. It still does work, to get big, lift big. And that means to get big muscles, you got to lift big weights, which is fine on a strong foundation. Once I've learned to do squats properly, once I've done biceps properly, I can push my weight up higher, and sometimes the form will suffer. And the form will always suffer. We start pushing heavier and heavier weights. But typically, what was our biggest problem? It's preventing injury.
Yeah.
And you can ask any one of those big guys in the gym that they've missed 2 or 3 months because they've injured themselves. And you can ask that guy or girl who's shredded in the corner and see them using 25-pound dumbbells or doing higher reps and see they have the perfect physique. Their goal is not to lift heavy, and they don't want that. It's what your goal is. If you're going to be a strong man and you need to lift those heavy weights, well, form isn't as important because the weight is your goal, and form is always important. If I'm just trying to get in shape or stay functional, well, then it's not so much the weight, it's the time under tension and the amount of reps I'm doing for work. Think of if I'm trying to burn body fat, this is a real quick thing on the side of form to answer the question of strength. If I can bench press 300 pounds 3 times, that's pretty impressive, 900 pounds of overall output, right? If I do 200 pounds for 10 reps, that's 2,000 pounds overall output. What burns more calories? Well, the more work I pushed. So what are my goals? Will I get injured under 200 pounds? I could. Is there a better chance under 300 pounds? Well, yeah. So it's all on your goals. That's $1.50, just so you guys know.
What is that?
$1.50.
$1.50?
That kind of advice.
Okay. We can say that was another episode of
FitTechs. Thank you very much for watching. Quick and to the point.
Yep. And just remember to like, comment, and subscribe. I think the button's down there.
And make sure to always touch the rock.
Always tap the basketball.
You have a good day, and thank you for watching. Peace.